Pastor Ban, I was looking forward to meeting you. I'm excited that this finally works. Together with me is Madam Amelinda, my chief of staff, and this is a beautiful beginning of what is to come and what we're gonna discuss briefly and potentially meeting in Washington D.C.
Well, first of all, Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much again for your a wonderful time to your chief of staff. So honored to meet you. Thank you so much to Alatra and Valerie and the whole entire team. These guys have been working so hard for these Tanzania children. And it blesses me so much that they're not even from there, but they put so much effort into exposing the evil that has taken place to the children, some of the innocent of Tanzania, and they worked so hard to bring it to my attention. And of course, it's been brought to the attention of the First Lady, it's been brought to the attention of the State Department and to the President himself, just so that it's on their radar to what's actually happening, and also to communicate with the Czech Republic. So I'm very humbled and honored, Mr. Ambassador, that you're on this call.
Thank you very much. Pastor Ban, I wanted to first assure you, we do have a serious problem relating to children. Children continue to be in harm's way in certain areas. We do have call center in Tanzania recording thousands of calls from either children or parents of some kind of abuses that see children in harm's way. And sometimes it gets to thousands and thousands of calls. And we do understand that efforts are being made by some of our community members and some of the police initiatives that are taking place to make sure we do protect children. But this is an issue that we need the world attention. We need America to get involved. And you being here and having this discussion in our upcoming meeting is something that really melts my heart away. I think you and I share one thing: protection of every child not only is important, but assures our very survival as people and as a nation.
Well, you're speaking my heartbeat and you're speaking my language, Mr. Ambassador. And I'm very grateful to know that Tanzania is working so hard. Our heart goes for the thousands of children and that you all have to manage. And there's a bigger issue involved, and I am 100% excited about the future of bringing a resolve and helping in that area. I think the biggest challenge, one of the State Department, I had a meeting with the State Department, who had a conversation with the Czech Republic ambassador that day, is how the gentleman was able to get out of jail. I'm told that Jakub was arrested and how he was able to get out of jail for these very crimes. And I think that's something, Mr. Ambassador, I know that you are going to find out how did this gentleman even get out so he can get back to the Czech Republic.
Pastor Barnes, where we are seated right here is the city of Arusha. We are about 80 miles away from the city of Moshi, where Jakub committed these crimes. You can literally drive between 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You will be in that area, northern part of the country, very, very beautiful area around Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Meru. Wonderful Christian communities that are thriving, but yet he was able to come as a non-predator, coming as somebody who was coming to do good, bringing money from donor communities to help children who are in need of food, shelter, clothing, you name it, just the opportunity to be loved. And they embraced him. So stories that we are hearing, and obviously this came to my attention mostly after my encounter with your assistant in Washington, D.C. I share this with the Attorney General of Tanzania, and we would like to take this further in terms of understanding, first of all, how did this happen? Whether or not government itself was involved in investigation, at what level did the local police know? How did he live? Did migration people know? Did he get support from some local people? Did he have help in the way? Was corruption involved? I mean, there are a lot of questions. What I can assure you, I'm also going to bring this to the attention of President herself when I meet her on the 4th, specifically about this conversation and about the children in question. Especially, I had a chance to view really horrific video, because if you hear Swahili, then you understand the cry, the suffering that some of these children have endured. In English, translation comes a little bit less. So my assistant actually was crying. I mean, it was really very, very sad to watch. So a couple of things. One, I want to bring this to the attention of my president herself. Secondly, Attorney General will be involved in revisiting this case as far as Tanzania is concerned, whether or not they had the gentleman and the lady from Czech Republic had a conspirator or people who conspire together in our land, and what remedies that could be taken, and also to have a look at this center. I would personally plan to visit this center before coming to see you.
Well, I tell you again, this is just a blessing to me that we're hearing this. And I'm so humbled, Mr. Ambassador, for your leadership in addressing this with your Madam President, and that this has been taken very serious, because it's a message to the world that not just Tanzania, but the continent of Africa itself is not a place where you can do crimes and get away with it, and that we in the international community are watching. And if these crimes happen, we will support our brothers and sisters and partners in Africa to bring justice to anyone, no matter where they're from, to bring them the justice. And so I know that there's a case that's already open based off of the testimony of this minor Tanzania child, and even the physical examination that was done that proved that sexual abuse had occurred, that she had in turn received unwanted sexual advancement from this gentleman, from this Czech citizen. But even though the case has been opened, and I know that the problem is there's no case open in Czech Republic, and that's the pressure that we're placing on now from America. And I know that the State Department has officially inquired to the Czech Republic ambassador to start working those channels as well. And so, as when I met with them a couple of weeks ago, about 14 days ago, I think, Valerie, I think we were all about 14 days ago, 13 days ago, that official inquiry has been made. And so it's working through both channels. I know for a fact that First Lady Melania has also been spoken to regarding this matter, because children is a big deal to her, just like what's happening in Ukraine, just like what's happening in Nigeria, that children is a real big issue, and she's fighting so hard to bring international attention to matters like this one. And so just know that we're working on our end, and we want to work with you and to assist in what we can do to bring justice for those little girls, for those children, but to make sure that this person in the Czech Republic does not get away with these crimes. Because again, the world is watching. I mean, Alatra has done such an amazing job. I'm just so proud of them, and so grateful of their hard work, putting that amazing documentary together, going out there and interviewing and bringing. And you said it, Mr. Ambassador, there's thousands of cases like that. And so this is something that if we can really continue to work together, bringing international attention to, it's also going to draw attention to the other children who are in those same positions, and that may open up the door to some greater resources that can help these children and help the Tanzania government do what you're already doing, and that is serving your people and serving your children.
Thank you. And a couple of things. One, I really thank you for this elaboration and your heart. It really touches me very much. I want also to share a little testimony. I founded, myself and my friend, Dr. Steve Meyer from great state of Iowa, we founded here in Arusha the best, the greatest, and the well-connected children orphanage in Arusha, where we actually protect children from harms. We bring the children who have no parents, nobody to take care of them from the very, very young age. So many tourists, so many American persons from churches have come to Arusha. And this is something when you visit, I would like you to come to the area called Mbuguni to visit. This is called STEM Children Village, STEM Village Children, whatever. They are there. So something to do with children is very close to me because I am one of the founders of this amazing village in Tanzania that has seen enormous collaboration. You heard a story a few years back that we had a very terrible bus accident. About 33 kids died, and American missionaries working with me were able to save 3 children. Only 3 survived. Together, they had broken leg, arm, neck, about 273 total broken something bone.
Wow.
So you may know this gentleman. His name is he's a Reverend Graham. If you know the son of Bill Graham.
Yes.
Bill,
Franklin.
I think Franklin Graham donated his plane DC-8 to come to Arusha to rescue 3 children. And these 3 children were taken to America. They were treated for 6 months. Even the girl who had her backbone broken twice, she survived. So these kids are called miracle children. And it was because of American people's generosity that they're alive today. And I want to thank them. And whenever you have a chance to thank Franklin Graham for his generosity, we are very proud. So that is something I wanted to mention to let you know that we will work together with you, with all the resources in the government, together with the Attorney General, to help make sure the gentleman in this Jakub guy is brought to justice. We can send witness whatever in America or in Czech Republic. Also, the government will also aid in getting additional testimony from people who were there before, so that we can make sure this particular one incident is solved in a way that nobody anywhere in the world will dare to do what this guy did.
And I tell you, that blesses my heart, Mr. Ambassador. And I know Franklin Graham, and I most definitely will pass on, your message to him. And I could say that blesses my heart significantly. Before we go, it will bless me a lot if, and I know you're going to be working with Madam President. I know you're going to be working with the Attorney General, and I know that if the media in Tanzania can really beef up this case and draw as much attention to it, that helps people like us who are on our end to say the official government, the official stance of this outcry, and what Jakub has done represents the thousands of other children that may not have a voice. They didn't meet a Electra. They don't have an ambassador. They don't have Madam President or the Attorney General that knows about their case. Not that they don't care about it. They just don't know. We are representing them right now. They don't have a Pastor Mark Burns. And so we're representing them. And so if in regards to the child protection systems that are being strengthened, because this, again, as I said earlier, the whole international community is watching us, and they're watching this, and other people around the world are that Electra is letting to know what's happening. They're watching what's happening, what the Tanzania government is going to do, what the country of Tanzania is going to do, what the Czech Republic is going to do. And obviously, my job as a spiritual diplomat, and I'm so grateful, Mr. Ambassador, that you'll be joining us in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. Capitol. You're going to be a blessing to so many with your presence. The kind as a spiritual diplomat, because that's what we do. We go where treaties cannot go, and we go where we don't carry weapons, we carry the word and wisdom. And so you are a absolutely spiritual diplomat, and we'd be so honored to have you there. But having the Tanzania government really the media draw attention to this from your national point of view, launching these public investigations as to how Jakub got out, because that's the question that the State Department and others have asked. How did he get out of jail? And so we're able to address these matters, and we're able to show how serious that the country of Tanzania, the beautiful country of Tanzania, which I have yet to come. So I hope I will be able to come and visit your beautiful nation.
You're gonna be my guest. You're gonna be Melinda's guest. You're gonna be many people's guest.
I will be so humbled.
And just to say, I think uh, you're gonna have a friend in me. I mean, children do matter. I do have two of my own children,
Amen.
and I know how that means when they're happy. And one of the reasons why Dr. Steve Meyer, whom I will introduce to you very soon, and I really created this STEM village that is the best in the entire country of Tanzania to protecting children, to give them lives. We educate them. We get them up to university. So this is a story that we've lived for so many years. And Moshi and where our STEM village is like 25 minutes drive. So I will personally go visit. Secondly, we will bring this to the national media in Tanzania. I will lead the lead. I will be the lead person in making sure it is. We will share the links when that happens and soon. And before I come, we will have articles writing about this particular story of these children as to how it happened. And one more last last point that I wanted to say. When we meet in Washington, I want us to discuss about these children and how else we can work together in ways that can protect their lives, but in ways that can bring those responsible, especially the story of a guy.
Yes.
Maybe he has collaborators in Tanzania. We would like to know there are people working together with him, predators. We would like them to face justice.
Yes.
And my last point is I would like also you to think about this. Recently, we've had articles that, you know, what's happening in Nigeria right now.
Mhm.
You know, the sad stories that are happening in Nigeria about Christian persecution and those who cause harm and those who kill and persecute Christians in the country of Nigeria. There were stories around the same things happening in this part of the world, especially in Tanzania, where we had, I think, in the last couple of months, that one church was closed because of I think something to do with politics, whatever that it was. And since then, the government had moved to make sure whoever did that was taken to the account. And secondly, no church in Tanzania, no single denomination, small or big, no pastor can be refused to preach the word. No pastor can be refused to speak their opinion, whatever they are, to make sure that Tanzania has a greatest potential when it comes to religious freedom. And this is something I want to share with you when I come. I'm going to be bringing you a letter signed by number of pastors. They are writing a letter to you. I told them to write. Pastors and bishops writing. They will be signing a letter that attests to the commitment of this country. It is the message I would like you to send it to our beloved President, Donald J. Trump. We have a lot of things to work, but on the issue of religious persecution, we have sent it strong to make sure evangelization, the freedom of worship, freedom of expression, the freedom of religion and religious affiliation is absolutely guarded in this country. And this is something that we may have other things, but you can come to Tanzania right now. I just want to give you a final example. Senator Guzman, you may know Senator Guzman from Arkansas. His daughter came to stay with me here in Tanzania.
Wow.
And his assistant, his chief of staff, actually, deputy chief of staff is a lady, had visited Tanzania, stayed in my city for 1 year. And when she read the article about Tanzania, she's like, that is the place I love. She built a home in Arusha, of her own home. So we have a lot of things to share, but Africa is not the same. If you go to Sudan, you go to Somalia, you go to Central African Republic, Christians are going through some of the toughest time. And we can work together to address some of those issues. Tanzania being your focal point, where we can hold each other. And we would like to work with Trump administration. That's what I wanted to say very, very strongly. If I can meet you, it will be the joy of my heart.
I will be so humbled and beyond words, Mr. Ambassador, to meet you and to meet your Madam President and to meet all of the wonderful people of Tanzania And I'm just so grateful. Valerie, thank you so much. Alatra, Marina, the whole entire team. You guys are absolutely amazing for making this happen. And Alatra, let's keep up the fight. And Mr. Ambassador, I look forward to welcoming you and humbling you, being humbled to greet you in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. Capitol at the Spiritual Diplomacy Conference, International Conference. Belinda, I hope to get to meet you too. I know you hope that you'll be with our dear beloved ambassador.
Looking forward to meeting you too, sir. Absolutely.
Valerie, last words, precious.
Yes, it was just such an amazing discussion. Thank you so much. You're, just so amazing. And I really feel so blessed, and I really feel so much, hopeful for the children. So, and that's the most important thing. And thank you so much for your actions and for your hearts. And looking forward to see you in Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Bye-bye. Thank you.